Welcome back to Fox 5 on the Hill Live this Sunday morning. You know, in this election year, information is key. But many newspapers and media outlets are cutting staff. Locally, we have seen layoffs, and if you look at the national picture, over the last 15 years, newspapers have seen a 70% decrease in jobs, plus a large majority ownership of newspaper chains is in the hands of just two hedge funds. Margot Susca is a professor of journalism at American University, and she's out with a brand new book called Hedged. And we thank you for being here and talking about why so many of these news organizations are now being controlled by so few. How did this get started, and when did hedge funds start taking over news organizations?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, Tom. Hedge funds became owners really after the debt that was really insurmountable for many of the newspaper chains. Alden Global Capital was the first hedge fund to become an owner. It now owns two chains, and now the McClatchy chain, which owns some of the most important regional newspapers in the country, the Miami Herald and the Sacramento Bee, is also owned by a different hedge fund. So you have two hedge funds that control three of the most important newspaper chains in the United States. And they really got newspaper chains on the cheap. And what they did almost immediately, these hedge funds started to lay off reporters, and they started to sell off assets.
Well, I'll ask you an easy one here. Why is that a problem for journalism when news organizations have less reporters out there to report the news?
Absolutely. You need reporters to do the work of local, state, and national journalism. So this might be covering the issues that are happening inside your child's school. Is your child's school teacher qualified? What's happening in your county commission? What's happening in your state legislature? Is your state legislature considering a constitutional amendment? You need qualified reporters to be able to answer those questions.
But let's dig into the logic of that. If you're in the business of being the news business, you want to present yourself as somebody who's able to provide that kind of coverage. How does cutting reporters achieve that, or is it just a question of X's and O's and salaries?
Well, that's a great question, and that is something that I did hundreds of interviews for the book, and one of the things that I could not figure out is why these management thought that it was a good idea to cut the very product that they were promising, which was local news, because more and more people turned away from their subscriptions and the price increased because they stopped seeing local news in the pages of their papers.
You know, probably a good example of this locally has been the Baltimore Sun.
Absolutely.
It was owned by a hedge company for a while. Now members of the family that own the Sinclair Broadcasting Company now own it. However, there has been an upstart nonprofit. The Baltimore Banner has really made a big dent in that market.
Absolutely. And I think the nonprofit news ecosystem is growing. We have more than 425 nonprofit newsrooms throughout the United States. And I think that that's a real bright spot. But the question is that enough to replace the thousands of newspapers that have closed in the last 16 or 17 years? And I think moving into the 2024 election, scholars like me, that's a real concern about what kind of information and news communities are going to receive.
How is that sustainable, though, if you're a nonprofit news organization? Are you able to generate the kind of revenue that you need in order to do the job? Well,
I think that's actually a great question, and philanthropic support has largely gone to large, big nonprofits, and there are a lot of tiny, small nonprofits. These are 1- and 2-person shows that are saying, hey, pay attention to us. And they're lucky that they have some subscription support from local residents who know and understand the important role of the kind of journalism that they do. But really, I think we're going to need to see residents and concerned citizens step up.
It's an important subject, especially in election year. Margot Susca, author of Hedged and also a professor of communications over at American University. We appreciate you being with us.
Thanks, Tom.